Okay, hello guys. Welcome to Just Breezy. I'm Bree. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was going live right when it said live. But hello. Happy Wednesday. Is today even Wednesday? Today's Tuesday. Let's start over, shall we? Hi guys, it's Bree. Welcome to Just Breezy. If you're not a subscriber, we'd love for you to be one. Today is Tuesday, so happy Tuesday, everyone. I wanted to come on. Hey, Lisa. And last week and the week before, I was doing some lives. Hello, clumsy Mimi. I was going live on here, just sort of giving some updates to how I was feeling from a mental health perspective. You know, I'm super open on here about my struggles with anxiety and what I've done for that, and how this time of year I really struggle with seasonal depression. And I was realizing last week and the week before that it was really taking a hold of who I am. And it was making me feel like I was sort of falling into this like hole of despair. And who the hell wants to be in a hole of despair, right? I mean, there's so much stuff going on around us. If we don't need to be in a hole of despair, like, get me out. So I went to talk to my doctor last week, and I will tell you, and I've talked openly about this on here before, I was very fearful and very hesitant last year to start any type of medication for my anxiety. But I felt like that was at a point that I really needed some help. And thankfully, I've had a good experience with that. Made videos on here, feel free to watch. And I got to a point in my life where I was feeling the same about depression. Like, I don't want to feel this way anymore. So I spoke with the doctor, and he started me on something called VENLAFAXINE. Something like that. I actually took the bottle before I went live. I should have just kept it next to me. And I was like, let me practice it a few times because I am terrible. Then VENLAFAXINE. Am I saying it right? Thank you, Jackie. That's it. I think it's VENLAFAXINE. I think I'm saying it right. I don't know. It's that. Whatever it is that. So I've been on it now for a full week, and my doctor said it could definitely take a little while to kind of kick in and feel any effects of it. So I didn't really want to talk about it too much on here until I really started to feel something different, good or bad. Now, I will say for a few days, I was feeling some side effects. For me, it was some dizziness. I sort of have that anyway when I get up because I have low blood pressure. So a lot of times if I get up too quickly, I'll see like spots and I need to sit down, and I'm like, oh, take a minute. But I was having that happen more, and it was a little bit more intense. So I knew from our conversation, my conversation with the doctor, that could be a side effect. And thankfully, I'd say over the past few days, that's definitely subsided back to my normal bouts of dizziness. So, oh, excuse me, gotta scratch my throat. But I wanted to come on and say that after a full week, I have definitely in the past few days started to feel, I guess for lack of a better word, but better, you know? And I have said this before about my anxiety medication. It's not a cure. It doesn't make everything go away, but I'm not looking for that. For me anyway, what I desperately needed was just to feel just a little better, a little lighter. I needed a little bit of like a life thing, not preserver. What is wrong with me? The thing you throw out to people when they're drowning, the tube, the life preserver, right? I'm gonna go with that. A buoy, anything like that that prevents you from drowning. I needed that. And that's what I feel like. So I often describe my depression as feeling like a heavy weight, like I'm wearing a baby Bjorn in the front with a 90-pound sloth. I don't know if that gives you a nice visual of what that might feel like, but this weight was the biggest obstacle in me sort of moving throughout my day, right? If you think of like a physical weight, that would be a lot of weight to carry on. But when you feel that, emotionally and mentally, and then you start to feel it physically. That's what I was experiencing. Ed, hello. It's so good to see you. I don't know. See you kind of ish, see your name. Hi. How are you? But I was just kind of giving an update to the whole seasonal depression medicine thing, just because I was talking about it last week. So that weight, oh, good. I know I've missed you guys, but that weight that I was describing, and I'm sure for those of you that have experienced depression, maybe you know that weight that I'm talking about, because I think a lot of people equate depression with, oh, they're really sad, right? Jackie said it took me 3 months to get over the withdrawals of stopping antidepressants. I know. It's, and that's the other thing. I think that people fear if they start something, then how is it going to be to stop it? You know, and how long is that process going to be? And I've definitely thought about that too. Like, oh, how long is that going to take? But for me right now, I needed something to just sort of like help get me to stop feeling like I was walking through sludge. That's what it is. Oh, I love that the gang is all here. Well, not the whole gang, but some of the gang. Yay. And I will say that in the past handful of days, I have felt like I'm getting back to myself, you know, feeling, and again, Ernie, oh my goodness, this is just like a big old family reunion. Hi, Ernie. Yay. But feeling back to myself because, oh, Ed says I'm at school doing homework and thought I would take a break. That's lovely. I'm glad that we're part of your break, Ed. Oh, I want to hear more about school too, what that's all about. But what I was saying is that I think a lot of times people equate depression with sadness. They're like, oh, they must be, I'm at work and between customers. See, I'm getting everybody on their break. And I think for me anyway, depression is more than just sadness. It's really like the inability to experience emotions that I can feel when I'm not depressed. You know, so joy and motivation and feeling like I am part of my life and not just sitting there like a lump on a log on the couch. So now if I want to sit on my couch, I feel like that's my decision and not my mind and my body taking over and just me feeling like, oh, I really want to do things, but I can't, you know? So that's why I was really excited to kind of come on here and give an update, a follow-up to what I was talking about last week with mental health and depression. And also to really point out that I know that I'm fortunate. I am very fortunate in that I started Lexapro for anxiety, and Lexapro is a good fit for me. I started this other one, Jackie, if you want to write it again, because you know I butcher the pronunciation, the one with the V. I started this as an antidepressant, and so far it's working for me. But if you're somebody that is trying the medication route or thinking about it, really keep in mind, oh, Ed said, I noticed you did not curl your hair today. I didn't feel like I had to. That's so funny. A lot of times, if anybody doesn't understand, I have shared that sometimes I will put curls in my hair because I just feel so down inside that I feel like, well, if I just do that, then it's like I'm putting in some effort. And sometimes it's kind of fake, you know? Doesn't mean every time I throw curls in my hair that I'm feeling depressed. But now I feel like if I want to put curls in my hair, I can. If I just want to wear it straight or wear a mommy bun, I can, because it's not like I'm feeling like I'm in a hole of despair and I've given up on life. I don't know if any of that makes sense. It makes sense to me. But yeah, sometimes with medication, even the kids that I work with that need to be put on medication for all different things, I tell their families, like, medication sometimes is a journey, and the first one isn't going to be a fit, you know, and it's not going to be a match. And if you're going through that, you need to, Mike, hi babe. You need to know that if a friend of yours or a family member came to you and said, I'm trying medication, but the first one isn't working, what would you say to them? You would say, so go to your doctor and try another. Let them know how it's making you feel or how it's not making you feel or how it's not working. You wouldn't want them to give up on themselves, right? Oh, everybody's saying hi to each other. So that's how you need to, oh, there's a truck coming down the block. the FedEx man, Walter, please keep it together. Come here. No, you want to come up? No. But that's how we need to treat ourselves, especially when we are struggling with something like mental health. And if something doesn't work for you at first, don't give up on yourself. Because that would be so easy, right? To be like, well, that didn't work, or that gave me headaches, or that made me hungrier than I want to be, and I don't want to gain weight, so I'm just going to stop. But you're worth more than that to just give up and stop. So that's how I'm trying to look at this, because again, and I've told you guys this, I have goals. I have things that I want to do. And I don't want things like anxiety and depression to A, define me, or B, turn me into someone that I don't like and really derail me from getting shit done. So I don't know, like I said, 1 week, 1 full week on it. And so far, what are you doing, buddy? Oh, he's watching. He's watching. Where'd that FedEx man go? But so far, so good. So far, so good. It's, little teeny tiny pill. And it's definitely just making me feel less dull. It's, hello. Oh, Chris, how are you? Greeting Earthlings. Luckily, Bree and Mike know what I meant. I miss some, and I don't like the comments on YouTube because they fade. They leave on the live. They just, on my phone, they just leave, so I don't get to see them all. But yeah, so far, so good. Like I said, I feel like I'm getting back to myself, which I'm really excited about. And I would say for anybody who is thinking of starting medication, or if you're going to start medication, and I've said this before, write things down. Write it down, take notes. On day 3, I was getting a lot of dizzy spells. On day 4, I felt sick to my stomach. Give it time, because if you start to feel something like, oh, I feel dizzy, let me stop it, you got to give it time, unless, and your doctor will tell you this, I'm not a doctor, first of all, just to let you know, but a lot of these medications, oddly enough, could make certain people feel suicidal or feel even worse than they did, which is scary, but the doctor will tell you that. And if you start feeling that way, you call your doctor immediately. You have to have that open communication. You can't just be like, okay, I have my meds, peace out, see you. You gotta really pay attention to the way your body is reacting to things. Lisa said, it's amazing what medicine can do for us. I take 3 pills for anxiety. Yeah, and here's the thing, like, medication may not be for everybody. I'm not saying everybody who struggles needs to be on medication. Maybe you're able to tackle the way you're feeling through diet and exercise and mindfulness and all of that. Yes, okay, Chris knows. Venlafaxine. Why can't I say this? Why can't I say it, guys? I see where the X and the F and the L are and the V, and I can't say it. It's that Chris just put up. But yeah, I've learned that too. Ernie, I saw, and then it disappeared, that you write everything down. I have to, because especially when it's medication. Here's the thing, if you don't write it down, you call up your doctor for an update, right? And he's like, how do you feel? I think I feel okay. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm dizzy all the time. But meanwhile, maybe it was only one day that you felt dizzy, right? Or Jim Beam. I've missed you guys. So for anyone that doesn't know, I used to go live, all right, VENLAFAXINE. It's that. I get tongue-tied a lot. Oh, but I used to go live on YouTube at night, a couple of nights a week. And over the summer, we had a lot of technical difficulties. Then Mike and I got involved in Game of Thrones. We had some personal things go on with family, and I just didn't get back to it. And all of these people who are commenting are from who I've met, a lot of them through lives at night. And I have to get back to doing that because I had so much fun with you guys. But yeah, but that's that. Wait, IPA nerd here, International Phonetical Alphabet. I need help. There are things, and I've said this before, I can see it, I could read it in my mind, but from here to here, it comes out like shlabalamola. And I'm like, and then I just give up. I just give up because it's like, it's not happening. But I probably should know how to pronounce the medication I'm on. Lisa takes it. It says, easy for you to say. Yeah. I should probably just have it. VENLAFAXINE. VENLAFAXINE. That doesn't sound right. Chris says, I'm showing off. This is great medical. It went away. Education. I think that's what you were saying. Yeah. Venlafaxine. Venlafaxine? Something like that. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, you know what? I started talking openly about it, like Halloween. Venlafaxine. I know what you mean. But I started talking openly about it last year because I had a lot of struggle with anxiety. And I'm like, it's not just me. There are other people out there. So I started talking about anxiety, and then I kind of branched out into talking about things that I'm passionate about and, you know, dabbling into some parody stuff here and there. I don't really have a niche, as they say. You're making laugh out loud here in the computer lab. Good. Then people will be like, Ed, what's so funny? And you'll be like, you need to check out Just Breezy on YouTube. Subscribe, hit notifications. Come on, Ed, get it going. But yeah, so the other students are looking, yes, for sure. If you want, turn up the volume. I'll just be like, hey guys in the computer lab, extra points for subscribing to Just and Ed's and Ernie's and everybody else's YouTube channel. We'll get it going. But anyway, that's my spiel. That is my update. I'm gonna get you kicked out of here? That would be hysterical. Why did you get kicked out of the computer lab? I was watching this YouTuber and I just couldn't stop laughing. Really, who? Oh, good, Just Breezy, subscribe. See, you could work it in, just work it into everything. Genetic name easier. And then you know what happens? Effexor? Effexor. Effexor? I think that's how you say it. A story for late night. Yes, late night with Breezy. You guys didn't know I was musically talented as well, did you? Anyway, so a good side effect of me actually taking something to help with my depression is that, like I said, I feel motivated again. So now I have to go do some boring adulting errands, get an eye exam, all that crap. But last week I wouldn't have gotten any of that done. Ed, that'll be hilarious. They'd have to dress in bubble wrap and masks to touch you. Bubble wrap, I love bubble wrap. Bubble wrap is so much fun. Looks like I just have this dog coming out of my, like, right? Like, whoosh, out of the side of my head. Anyway, I would love to stay on here and chat all day and get Ed in trouble. Oh, the visual here, I'm sure. But I have to run. But guys, thank you so much. I'm so happy you were all part of this. If anybody watches this in the replay and you're struggling with anxiety, depression, anything like that, feel free to leave a comment. I respond to all the comments because I know when you struggle with mental health, it could feel really isolating and it could feel really overwhelming and like nothing could possibly change. But sometimes just reaching out and talking about it really helps a lot. So take care, Breezy, Michael, and all my friends. Yes, you too, Ed and Ernie and Chris and Lisa and Jackie and Michael and anybody else. It was great seeing you. It was great talking to you, and we'll chat again soon. Love you guys. Bye.